Hello. Right, this video is going to be focusing a little bit more on our core and obliques. So start laying on your back like always. Get settled, get comfortable. Maybe this is your first time laying on your mat or the floor. First time in a while. So just acknowledge how your body feels. And appreciating everything you're doing. Sometimes we're hard on ourselves that we don't maybe get to do something as much as we want. And just really enjoy the times you do get to something like your yoga mat. And so start to settle into your breath. Initiating a little bit more of that diaphragmatic, intentional movement. And each inhale, feel your abdomen expanding, feel the little ribs broadening. Each exhale, exploring how it feels to be empty of air. So can you feel, just imagine your coffee press if you have a coffee press in the morning. Your inhale, like that pressure, that downward pressure is starting to fill you up all the way from the base of your pelvis all the way up to your collarbone. And then if you've ever emptied a coffee press, the air that comes out as you lift to empty, the air leaving your body. Or can you send air to those areas that maybe feel stagnant? Maybe the areas that feel heavy today, is it your legs? And let your breath carry you through your practice. Let it guide your movements. And today is going to be about exploring the core, the obliques, these really important stabilizers when it comes to running. You want them strong and stable, but you still want them fluid and mobile. And so you're going to grab a block if you have a block, a book, something just to hold in your hands here. And we're going to do something similar to Pilates. They're called roll-ups. So if you do Pilates or have ever done Pilates, similar idea. If you've never done it before, on your inhale, I want you to reach the block overhead. And then on your exhale, I want you to empty out all of your air, feeling your belly button pull to your spine. Start to feel your spine flex, so your low back presses down. Tuck your chin, bring yourself up, reaching the block overhead as you fill your lungs. And then you're going to curl back down with your exhale. One vertebrae at a time. Inhale, block reaches overhead as you fill up. Exhale, empty. Then round up on empty. Reaching the block up. Taking your inhale here as you sit tall. Exhale, curling in. Rolling down with control. Inhale, reaching overhead. Exhale, emptying, engaging the core really strongly as you roll up to a tall seat. Inhale to fill up. Exhale to roll back down. Inhaling, arms overhead. Exhale, roll back up. See if you can take a couple more with your own breath. So you can't rush these if you're breathing fully. Try to move slow. Last one. And let's come all the way up with the exhale. Right, and then go ahead, ditch your block. Okay, come on to your hands and your knees into tabletop. So in tabletop, can you find what feels like a neutral spine? So if you're laying on your back, you have that natural little lumbar curve, the natural cervical curve. The back of the head's in line with the back of the pelvis. Without shifting your torso too much, extend your right leg back. Square off your hips. Notice if the right hip lifted. Really think of internally rotating that right thigh, like you're drawing the inner thigh towards the ceiling. The outer thigh is wrapping towards the mat. Keep your right leg straight and strong. Reach your left arm overhead with your left thumb pointing up to the ceiling. Did the chin jut forward. Line the back of your head up with the back of your pelvis. Square your torso. Take an inhale. As you exhale, left arm to the left, right leg to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left arm to the left, right leg to the right. Let's do that one more time. Back to center. Open. Back through center. Left hand down, right knee down. Switch. Extend your left leg out long. You can go through all the checklists. Square the hips. Imagine you're pressing your left leg into a wall behind you. Right arm reaches forward. Now find your breath. So your belly really popping out. Try to use your exhale. Draw it back in by lifting the pelvic floor. Inhale, open. Right arm to the right. Left leg to the left. Back to center. Inhale, open up. Exhale, back through center. Last time, open up. Back through center. Place your right hand down. Place your left knee down. Inhale through one cow pose. Lift your sit bones, lift your gaze, your chest. Exhale, round through cat. Good. Find neutral as you breathe in. Keep your hands planted. Really root through the inner rims of your hands, your knuckles, your fingertips. So get grippy through the hands as if you're gripping a basketball. Step your feet back into plank. Hold plank. Take a full breath in. Can you broaden your chest and shoulders? Always option to lower your knees. Lower like a plank of wood for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now lower or come into Sphinx pose. So in Sphinx, your shoulders can be over your elbows, okay? Or else, if that's too much compression in your low back, your forearms can walk forward a little bit more. Okay, so kind of choose how the low back's feeling today. Settle in there and then get a little more active. So firm your glutes. Even press into the tops of the feet so that you feel your thighs engage. Now are you sinking into the shoulders? Press your elbows down so you feel like you're a turtle with your neck and head coming out of your shell. All right. From here, you're going to start to shift your weight into your right elbow. Can you hover your left? Sneaky, sneaky hard work here. Now lower your left. Press into your left. Hover your right. Are you going back into your turtle shell? Stay proud through the chest. Lower your right. You're trying not to shift too much weight in the body, so the legs, the core are really holding you somewhat neutral. Hover the left, option to reach the left arm forward. Lower the left. Hover the right. Find the legs, find the core. Option to reach the right arm forward. Keep pressing in that left elbow. Lower. Take a full breath in. As you breathe out, I want you to tuck your toes under, come up to a forearm plank, and just exaggerate a little bit. Round the upper back, round the low back, almost like you're trying to do a cat pose here. As you inhale, lower your knees, lower your hips, toes point back, come into Sphinx, a little stretch for the core. Exhale, toes tuck, tailbone tucks around the back body. Inhale, knees land, pelvis lands, toes point back, chest lifts. Imagine you're dragging your elbows back on this one. Let's try one more time. Toes tuck, round as you exhale, exaggerate. Inhale, knees land, pelvis lands, gaze looks up. And then exhale, lower. Forehead onto the back of your hands. Knees can bend if you want. A little bit of windshield wipering. And just move slow. Not only an opportunity to feel a little ease in the low back, but an opportunity to feel the rotation of the femurs in the hip sockets. How the sacrum articulates with the spine. All right, and then straighten your legs out. Plant your hands beside you. You can either tuck your toes, press up into plank, or use your knees, press up into tabletop. So when you're ready on your inhale, go ahead, press. Option to take a downward facing dog, or a child's pose or a puppy pose. And just a few moments to kind of feel out the body. And then wherever you are, lower your knees down to your mat. Center your right hand, center your right knee. Step your left foot back. Left hand on your left hip. This is a modified side plank. You can stay here. Or if you want, you can start to walk your right knee back a little bit. Or step your left or right foot completely back. Okay, now look down at your right hand. Imagine you're opening a jar up to the right. So that's really going to hug your scapula onto your back body. Last option, left arm reaches up, left leg lifts up. Find your breath. Let's stick with it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Look down, plant your left hand, lower your knees. Come onto your tippy fingers, your fingertips, and then just reach your hips back, a little reprieve for the wrists. Good, come back up. Left hand to the center of your mat, left knee to the center of your mat. Right foot steps back. Okay, so I guess I should say, if you got wrist stuff going on, you can always do this on the elbow or forearm. Stay, or else walk the left knee back any amount, or else step the left foot back. So find the load that's right for you. Try to maintain the natural neutral curves of your spine. Right arm reaches up. Maybe right leg reaches up. Find that balance of challenge and breath. If you don't feel like challenge today, that's okay. Good. Look down, plant your right hand. Plank pose as you inhale. Child's pose as you exhale. Lift the heels of your hands again so you're on your fingertips. And just let the wrists breathe for a moment. Full broad breath in. Long breath out. Good. Come on up through tabletop. Downward facing dog. Lift your hips. Come on to your tippy toes as you inhale. Tiptoe your way to your hands as you exhale. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Fold and round as you breathe out. Inhale, rise up. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. Let your right hand come down along your right side as you side bend over to the right. Both arms up to center. Inhale. Left arm to your left side, side bend to the left. Do one more each side. Reach back up with your inhale. Right arm down, side bend to the right as you exhale. Back up, inhale. Left arm down, bend to the left. Come back up as you inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, cactus your arms, lift your chest, a little bit of a back bend. So think less of dumping into the low back, more of lifting up through the chest and sternum. Reach up, inhale. Fold over your legs as you exhale. Reach your heart forward, breathe in, shoulders hug back. You can always use blocks under your hands here if you need help stepping back, or else step your right foot forward a little bit and step your left foot back. Lower your left knee down, cushion it if you need the extra cushion. Inhale, arms reach up to the ceiling. As you exhale, again, cactus the arms, let your hips come forward so you get a nice stretch into that left hip flexor. Exhale, send your hips back, dome your back body. Imagine you're kind of like hugging a tree. Okay, one more time. Inhale, cactus the arms, let yourself come forward. Exhale, this time land your hands onto your mat. Step yourself back to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold and round as you exhale. Inhale, rise up, press into your feet. Grab your right wrist, side bend to your left as you breathe out. Back through center, inhale. Grab your left wrist, side bend to your right as you exhale. Back through center, breathe in. One last time, cactus, lift the heart, lift the chest, press into the feet, lengthen your low back, so by tucking your tailbone a little bit. Inhale, arms reach back up. Fold, hinge forward, breath out. Heart forward, inhale, long spine, bend your knees a lot here. So you have a long spine as you step your right foot back. Lower your right knee down, cushion it as you need. Squeeze your inner thighs. Inhale, arms reach up to the ceiling. Let your hips come forward any amount. So engage that left glute to help move the pubic bone and pelvis forward first. Exhale, give a little tree hug. Tuck the tailbone, round the back body, think cat spine. One more, inhale, cactus. Let the hips lead you forward, let the heart open. Exhale, hands to your mat. Step back into plank. Full breath in plank. Lower your knees, tabletop. Flip onto your back. Okay, so on your back body, we're going to finish with a supported bridge pose here. So you've done the awakening, you've done lots of stability, stretching, okay, mobility stuff. So we're going to finish with something easy. So block or pillow or a couple pillows under the sacrum. So find the top edge of your butt crack. The sacrum is that space in between two ilium bones attaching your pelvis to your spine. Might feel like a flat, kind of bony area. So let your low back be supported. Might feel nice to let your knees knock in. It shouldn't feel like anything huge going on here. If this is too much for you, then just lay on your mat, knees knocking in, feet wide. Or if everything feels okay, lots of people like to straighten out the legs here. If you're going for that option, just try to keep the legs a little bit more active. So just like they're gently reaching, heels are gently pressing down. Last option, wherever you are, might be just to take the arms overhead, maybe grabbing opposite elbows. And can you send your breath really deep into the front line of your body? It's important to have a really strong core as a runner. You still want that balance. You still want to be able to have space for your diaphragm to move, for your spine to still have extension and flexibility. Find the place for about 3 more breaths that you can feel most relaxed, pretty effortless. When you're ready, arms can come back down along your sides. If your legs are straight, place your feet onto your mat, bend your knees, lift your hips just enough by engaging your glutes. Remove the block, coming down one vertebrae at a time. Extend your legs nice and long into your Shavasana. And just this place to observe. Not only physically, mentally, emotionally, if there's any shifts or changes. And always, if there's anything that was missed that you're craving, go ahead and take it, or just take the rest. And thank yourself for committing to this practice.